What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream today. We are going to be talking about modern bebop phrases and how to fuse your lines together, fuse your ideas together to make more modern lines. I'm just making sure my stream setup is all good. Awesome. Good. So I'm going to start by playing a little bit. Yeah, mustache, Ryan. And I'm going to start playing a little bit. I'm promoting my resource with jazz lesson videos called 100 Modern Bebop Phrases. For those of you that are on Instagram, you can grab that at jazzlessonvideos.com. For those of you on YouTube on the stream, you can click the link in the description below to grab that. Appreciate it. Thanks for the love on the mustache. My wife loves it. That's why we do it. And makes me look maybe a little bit older. I'm not sure. But either way, I'm going to start by playing some material here over, I'm going to do Soft Waves of Morning Sunrise, play a little bit, and then we're going to talk about how I like to practice fusing my ideas together. So fusing things from transcriptions, things from concepts, and then putting them and making them into musical phrases, which I do a lot in this Modern Bebop book. But I want to improvise first, get the stream started off that way. So yeah, we will start by playing some Soft Waves of Morning Sunrise. Let's get to it. Sorry, someone says, what other site are you live on, or is this a WebEx restream? No, this is, I'm also live on Instagram and live on YouTube. Just trying some different streaming setups and whatnot. So doing a couple things at the same time here. Yeah, so for those that are just joining us in on this live stream on Sunday night here, we're talking about how to fuse ideas together and how I practice that. And I wrote a book on it, an ebook here with jazz lesson videos called 100 Modern Bebop Phrases, where I'm taking traditional bebop type ideas and also, combining them with more modern concepts like chromatic cells, pentatonics, triad pairs, pentatonic shifting, all those kinds of things. So one thing right off the bat, this is a huge part of my practicing, whether I'm practicing a new song, if I'm just working on my phrasing, is I'm always trying to combine different ideas. And I'll give you a couple direct examples from the book, but also things that I'm just working on in general. And bro, boy, that's so nonchalantly. Hey, man, it's my job, right? Just another day at the office. But yeah, so I like to think about these from the fusing aspect being like I have an actual idea that I got from a transcription that I really like, and then an idea or a concept that I'm trying to combine with that. So, for example, one of my favorite lines by the great Steve Grossman goes like this. Just that little section. The whole line is from Some Shapes to Come, his record. That's the whole line. I like to use the first part. So from that line, I'm kind of in like F major, right? And then say if I'm working on like some kind of pentatonic thing, maybe a pentatonic shape that I really like, or I'm working on pentatonic shifting, I'll use that to go into a pentatonic idea. So I go to D minor pentatonic. But I start every line with that Steve Grossman phrase. That's just one example. Another example would be like a Charlie Parker line. So it's a major scale idea, right, or a major chord idea where I'm going ba-da, arpeggiating up, and then chromatically going down from the major 7. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? So I know, that's one thing that I like to end phrases with, like end a 2-5-1 line with. Like, let me pick another key. Let me do A minor, D7, G. So. So I'm taking a line and I'm like focusing on targeting it in a certain part of a 2-5 phrase or a phrase. What happens before that can be subject to change. So my whole resource, 100 Modern Bebop Phrases, is exactly that. Where, like, for example, in this first, for those that are watching on YouTube, you can see my screen. For this first section, 100 Modern Bebop Phrases with compound chromatic cells, I'm taking a bunch of chromatic cells and then using that Charlie Parker idea. So here's it in C. I'm going to play it slow. So the goal is to just put a bunch of chromatic cells together and then aim for the Charlie Parker line. So I'm taking a concept, some kind of musical concept, like compound melodic cells, playing a bunch of them in a row, and then aiming for a line. So I'm going to do the same thing on Softly's Morning Sunrise now. Let's pick a different tune. Let's pick a major tune. Let's do like It Could Happen to You. So on It Could Happen to You, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a bunch of chromatic cells, and then when I get to a major chord, I'm going to play my Charlie Parker line. This is in concert E flat. So on concert E flat 7, my Charlie Parker line would be this. Yeah. You can also start on the 3rd. We'll do that one. So I'll play a bunch of chromatic cells. And then aim for that line. All right, check it out. purpose, playing a bunch of chromatic cells, and then when I see an F7 concert for me or a concert E flat 7, however you're looking at it, I play the Charlie Parker line. It's an example. In my book, we have this in all 12 keys for you, so you can apply it to all these different ones. So let's go to a different category. This is so fantastic. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go to a pentatonic idea. This is in concert C major 7. Here's the line. There's a pentatonic idea. And then we'd play a very typical Charlie Parker. Sorry. So you have pentatonic on the 2 chord this time. Pentatonic on the 2. Chromatic bebop Charlie Parker phrase on the 5. And then back to our 1 chord where we play kind of a tritone enclosure little thing here. By the way, if you're on Instagram, you can check out my, you can go to the, sorry, I don't know why I'm blanking. You can go to the Jazz Lesson Videos YouTube channel, and I'm streaming with my screen and everything so you can see the PDF book that we're talking out of and whatnot and be able to hear the backing track a little bit better. But anyway, so yeah, fusing these ideas. We're fusing a pentatonic shape, ba-do-ba-da-ba-do-be-do-ba, and then we're playing ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da, common bebop kind of chromatic cell triplet phrase. I mean, Dexter plays this. Ton of my favorite beboppers play this. And then resolving to our 1 chord, ba-be-da-ba-da, with a traditional, excuse me, back to 1 chord. Check it out. So now that we've fused an idea together, we got it from our resource, we got to plug it right into a tune. So let's plug it into, let's do another one. Let's do Cherokee. So we'll play this kind of up. So I'm going to play this idea when we have a 2-5-1 to concert B flat. So let's play this together. that I like to fuse ideas together, where I'm taking a pentatonic line, a shape, ba-do-ba-da-ba-da-be-da-ba, a traditional bebop, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, in a 2-5-1, right? And then applying it directly to improvising over Cherokee. Just another kind of way that I like to do it. And what's great about this book that we're talking about, this bebop fusion book, is that it's all written in all 12 keys for you, so you can apply it to whatever song that you're working on, whatever tune that you're using or practicing with. It's a great way to do it. And a lot of these lines I got directly from my favorite players, and then just kind of like made them my own a little bit, like manipulating them to fit these ideas. So this is just a pentatonic one. We have other examples of this, like the chromatic cell one like we talked about, triad pairs, right? So playing like a triad pair on the 2 chord and then a traditional bebop phrase getting back to our 1 chord. A lot of this book has what I call resolution phrases. And resolution phrases are where we take something that like just for instance, a 5-1. So if a resolution phrase would be like, we're going from 5-1. And then what I like to do is I like to take those, or they can even be smaller, like really short little phrases that go to 1. And then I'll just improvise a bunch before those and try and connect them with that resolution idea. So if I take to G, I'll just improvise a bunch and then aim for that phrase, fusing my ideas together. Key. That's my resolution idea, and then everything else is improvised. And then you can flip-flop. You can have the first idea be really set in stone, like maybe that's your 2-chord idea that you really like. You're going to keep that set in stone, and then you're going to make the 5-1 different every single time. So you just take different progressions that have a set first part or a set second part, and then you improvise around those parts, fusing the ideas together. Those resolution phrases are really great because you can use those in any kind of contexts. It doesn't have to be 5-1. It could be from any chord to any chord. If you have these phrases that are targeting a specific note, not even a specific tonality, but just a specific note. That's why practicing enclosures and cells and approach tones are so important, because we're learning how to target something, right? If I play, I'm learning how to target C natural. Well, C natural is a chord tone of C major, C minor, C7, A minor, C sharp major, F sharp, sharp 11. Like all these different chords have a C in it. So if I know how to target C, I know how to target a lot of different chords. And when you start playing outside of the chord, you're learning how to target extension tones. Like C is the sharp 9 of A7. So I'm learning how to target that note, and then I can play that line from there. So enclosures that are targeting something, resolution phrases that are targeting something are super key for fusing ideas together. So a fusion can just be literally like a cell that connects two things together. Like, so if we take the two lines that we were talking about, and there's my little cell. I'm going from one idea to the next with a cell. This is all fusing things together. And the more familiar you get with that, the easier it is to play changes and progressions, because you're not even thinking about the chord tones. You're thinking about note to note. And the end of your phrase has an important note, and the beginning of your phrase is an important note. But the things in the middle, if they're fused together in the right way, you don't even have to think about them, right? So if I play Cherokee by myself, like just a cappella, targeting chord tones and non-chord tones, fusing my ideas together in a way that seems really familiar, or familiar is not the right word, seems really intentional. It's because I've practiced all these things separately, fusing all my ideas together to where they just become phrases. They're no longer just lick, 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 lick. They're phrase, phrase, phrase. Something I think a lot of musicians struggle with, including myself still, is I'm transcribing, I know what I want to hear, I know what I like to hear, but when I start putting these things on my saxophone or my instrument, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how to make it make sense. And fusing your ideas together into phrases and sentences is exactly the thing that you're missing, I bet. And it's the thing that I work on the most still now, is how can I more coherently make my ideas sound like I know what I'm doing? How can maybe I said that incorrectly. How can I make my ideas sound more put together, right? So I'm improvising, but it sounds like I really know what I'm talking about. I really know what I'm playing. Everything that's coming out of my instrument sounds really thought out. And I think the missing piece of that is, or the thing that I hear in a lot of artists, younger artists and myself sometimes, is putting those things together, fusing my ideas together to make sentences. And so practicing skills and techniques this way of pentatonics into bebop language, into resolution phrases, into chromatic scales, into tribars, that is super important. No matter what skill level you're at, you want to be able to play in a way that makes sense. And this is a big missing link in a lot of people's playing, including myself. I'm still working on it. So practicing, like in this book, and for those of you that are just joining us, the book that I'm talking about is 100 modern bebop phrases I have out with jazz lesson videos. It's 100 different lines fusing different ideas that I've put together in all 12 keys, which is awesome. So you can practice it all around key centers and on your instrument and all that kind of stuff. And for being on stream right now, if you go to the website and download it and use code SHIFT5, you get $5 off, which is really great. Thank you for being here. And yeah, so this is something that I practice all the time. And it was a really cool experience to put this book together, because it's exactly what I'm practicing, right? So I was just putting together things that I've been working on, and it helped me refine my own playing a lot better, which is great. So yeah, being able to take language and ideas and concepts and put them into one cohesive thing is exactly what this book is designed to help you do, just so that your solos sound more thought out and complete. So I'll leave you with this. I'm going to play another tune that is fusing a bunch of ideas together. I'm going to do, let's do Giant Steps. It's really easy to play very vertically in Giant Steps. I don't know if I'll play with a backing track or not. Maybe not. Actually, yeah, I will. So here's Giant Steps. I'm going to be fusing a bunch of cells and different lines and ideas together, and hopefully it sounds as coherent as possible. And this book really helped me get there. Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining me. This is our live stream on Sunday nights here. Go check out Modern Bebop Phrases. Learn how to fuse your ideas together by taking those little resolution phrases, targeted topics that go into different targeted topics together, and loop the crap out of them. Have that topic that you're practicing, like a pentatonic phrase, on the 2-chord, and then learn how to resolve differently from your 5-chord to your 1-chord, or have a resolution phrase you're going to play every time on your 5-chord and learn how to improvise freely on the 2-chord and fuse them all together to the point where you're making musical sentences that feel really personal to you, and you're playing the stuff that you want to play. So have fun practicing this. Go check out 100 Modern Bebop Phrases on the Jazz Lesson Video website and use code SHIFT5 for $5 off your purchase. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.